Hey there! What if I told you that your social security check could go twice as far just by changing your zip code? It's true. While millions of retirees struggle to make ends meet each month, others are living comfortably on the exact same benefits. The difference? Location, location, location. In today's video, we're breaking down the 10 most affordable states where your retirement dollars stretch further than you ever imagined, with detailed cost breakdowns and insider tips you won't find anywhere else. Stay until the end to discover our #1 pick that offers the perfect combination of low taxes, quality healthcare, and budget-friendly housing that could completely transform your retirement experience. Welcome to Financial Area, where we help you make smarter money decisions for a secure future. If you're serious about maximizing your retirement income, hit that like button and subscribe for weekly insights that could save you thousands. Before we dive into our state rankings, let's talk about the reality facing Social Security recipients today. The average monthly benefit hovers around $1,800, which translates to just under $22,000 annually. For many retirees, especially those without significant savings or pension plans, this is their primary source of income. When you consider that the average American spends roughly $1,200 monthly on housing alone, you can quickly see why location becomes so crucial to stretching those dollars. Living on a fixed income means every expense matters. A $50 difference in your monthly utility bill or grocery budget isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can be the difference between comfortable living and constant financial stress. That's why geographic cost differences aren't just interesting statistics. They're potentially life-changing factors for those relying on Social Security. When analyzing affordability for retirees, we need to look beyond simple averages. Several key expense categories disproportionately affect seniors. Housing typically consumes the largest portion of a retiree's budget, whether you're paying rent or maintaining a paid-off home. Property taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance costs vary dramatically across states. Healthcare becomes increasingly important as we age. Access to quality medical facilities, insurance premiums, prescription costs, and out-of-pocket expenses can make or break your retirement budget. Some states offer superior healthcare systems at lower costs, a winning combination for retirees. Taxation is another critical factor. 7 states don't tax income at all, while others specifically exempt Social Security benefits or provide generous deductions for seniors. Property taxes, sales taxes, and special assessments all affect your bottom line in ways that aren't immediately obvious until you're living on a tight budget. Day-to-day expenses like groceries, transportation, and utilities round out the major cost categories. A gallon of milk might cost $3.50 in one state and $5 in another. These seemingly small differences compound over time and significantly impact your quality of life. To objectively compare states, economists use the Cost of Living Index, which measures relative price levels for consumer goods and services. The national average is set at 100, meaning a state with an index of 85 is approximately 15% less expensive than the national average. For Social Security recipients, a 15% discount on life's necessities can mean the difference between financial anxiety and peace of mind. While the index provides valuable insights, it doesn't tell the whole story. Quality of life factors like climate, cultural amenities, outdoor recreation opportunities, and proximity to family often matter just as much as pure economics. The cheapest option isn't always the best fit for your unique situation, which is why we've considered multiple factors in our rankings. Now, let's count down the 10 most affordable states for Social Security recipients, starting with number 10. Oklahoma lands at number 10 on our list with a cost of living index approximately 15% below the national average. Housing costs are particularly attractive here, with median home values around $157,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment hovering around $750 monthly. For retirees on a budget, these housing costs can free up substantial portions of your Social Security check for other expenses. Oklahoma also maintains a modest tax burden for seniors. While the state does tax Social Security benefits, there's a $10,000 exemption for single filers and $20,000 for married couples. Property taxes are relatively low at about 0.87% of home value, which helps keep housing costs stable for retirees who own their homes. The trade-off comes in healthcare quality and accessibility. Oklahoma ranks below average in healthcare outcomes and access metrics, with rural areas particularly underserved. For retirees with complex medical needs, this could be a significant consideration. However, the state's overall affordability allows many seniors to supplement with private insurance options that might be unaffordable in more expensive states. Utility costs in Oklahoma tend to run higher than the national average, particularly during the hot summer months when air conditioning becomes a necessity rather than a luxury. However, these elevated costs are often offset by savings in other categories. In position number 9, we find Arkansas, where the cost of living index sits about 16% below the national average. Arkansas shines particularly bright in healthcare affordability. The state hosts several high-quality medical centers with costs significantly below the national average. The University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences in Little Rock, for example, offers specialized geriatric care programs while maintaining reasonable pricing structures. Housing costs in Arkansas are among the nation's most affordable, with median home values around $149,000 and monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment averaging just $700. Even in desirable areas like Fayetteville or Little Rock, housing remains remarkably affordable compared to national averages. Property taxes in Arkansas are exceptionally low, among the lowest in the nation at roughly 0.62% of assessed value. This can save homeowners hundreds or even thousands annually compared to states with higher property tax rates. The state does partially tax Social Security benefits following federal guidelines, but offers deductions that can offset this impact for many retirees. Grocery costs in Arkansas run approximately 5% below the national average, and utilities hover near the national average. The state's relatively mild winters help keep heating costs manageable, though summer cooling expenses can add up. The primary considerations for retirees considering Arkansas involve transportation and infrastructure. Public transportation options are limited outside major metropolitan areas, making car ownership virtually essential. For those who can drive, however, gas prices typically run below the national average, helping to mitigate this expense. Coming in at number 8 is Alabama, with a cost of living index approximately 17% below the national average. One of Alabama's standout advantages for retirees is its tax treatment of retirement income. The state fully exempts Social Security benefits from taxation, immediately preserving more of your monthly check compared to many other states. Additionally, Alabama doesn't tax pension income, making it particularly attractive for retirees with multiple income streams. Housing in Alabama offers exceptional value, with median home values around $170,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment at approximately $750 monthly. Coastal areas like Gulf Shores command higher prices, but still remain affordable compared to other coastal regions nationally. Grocery costs in Alabama are notably low, running about 6% below the national average. For retirees carefully budgeting their Social Security dollars, this translates to meaningful savings on essential items. Combined with a modest 4% state sales tax, though local additions can increase this, everyday purchases remain affordable. Healthcare in Alabama presents a mixed picture. While costs are generally below the national average, access can be limited in rural areas. The state hosts several excellent medical facilities, including the University of Alabama at Birmingham Hospital, but retirees should research healthcare options in their specific target community. The climate offers warm summers and mild winters, which appeals to many retirees looking to escape harsh northern weather. However, this comes with higher cooling costs during summer months and occasional severe weather considerations, including hurricane risk in southern counties. Kentucky secures the number 7 position on our list with a cost of living index about 18% below the national average. Kentucky's utility costs are particularly noteworthy for budget-conscious retirees. Despite 4 distinct seasons, energy costs run approximately 10% below national averages, helping to keep monthly expenses predictable and manageable. Housing affordability is another Kentucky strong point, with median home values around $163,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment at approximately $700 monthly. Even in more desirable areas like Lexington or Louisville, housing costs remain reasonable compared to national standards. Healthcare accessibility in Kentucky offers a bright spot, with several nationally recognized medical facilities, including the University of Kentucky Albert B. Chandler Hospital and Norton Healthcare System. Rural healthcare access is better than in many comparably priced states, though still not perfect. For retirees with ongoing medical needs, this improved access can be a decisive factor. Kentucky does tax Social Security benefits, but offers exemptions for lower-income recipients. Property taxes are relatively modest at about 0.82% of assessed value, helping homeowners maintain affordable housing costs throughout retirement. The state's central location provides another advantage for retirees, with families spread across different regions. Kentucky's position makes travel to both the East Coast and Midwest relatively convenient and affordable, helping seniors maintain important family connections without excessive travel costs. Moving into our mid-range contenders, Iowa lands at number 6 with a cost of living approximately 19% below the national average. Iowa offers retirees a remarkably balanced cost structure across all major expense categories. Nothing is particularly expensive, and everything is reasonably priced. This consistency makes budgeting more predictable, a significant advantage for those on fixed incomes. Housing costs in Iowa are particularly attractive, with median home values around $165,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment at approximately $750 monthly. Even in more popular cities like Des Moines and Iowa City, housing remains affordable compared to similar-sized cities elsewhere. Healthcare quality in Iowa consistently ranks above average nationally, with the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics offering world-class care at reasonable costs. The state maintains better rural healthcare access than many others on our list, with a good distribution of community hospitals and clinics. For retirees with chronic conditions requiring ongoing care, Iowa provides an appealing combination of quality and affordability. The state partially taxes Social Security benefits, but offers a generous retirement income exclusion that increases yearly. Property taxes are somewhat higher than other states on our list, averaging about 1.53% of assessed value, which could be a consideration for homeowners. Iowa's 4 distinct seasons offer variety, but come with corresponding utility costs. However, with overall utility expenses running close to the national average, these seasonal fluctuations remain manageable for most retirees. Grocery costs consistently track about 5% below national averages, providing additional breathing room in monthly budgets. Securing the number 5 position, Tennessee offers retirees a cost of living approximately 20% below the national average. Tennessee's most compelling advantage for Social Security recipients is its complete absence of state income tax. This means your Social Security benefits, pension income, and investment withdrawals all remain free from state taxation, instantly preserving more of your monthly income compared to many other states. Housing costs in Tennessee remain moderate despite its growing popularity among retirees. Median home values hover around $230,000, while average rent for a one-bedroom apartment runs approximately $900 monthly. These figures vary significantly across the state, with Nashville commanding premium prices, while rural areas offer exceptional affordability. Healthcare in Tennessee presents a more complex picture. Major metropolitan areas like Nashville and Memphis host excellent medical facilities, including Vanderbilt University Medical Center. However, rural healthcare access remains challenging in some regions. Retirees with significant health concerns should research specific communities carefully. Tennessee's sales tax runs high at 7% state rate, plus local additions that can push the total to nearly 10% in some areas. For budget-conscious retirees, this higher sales tax partially offsets the income tax savings, particularly for those who spend significant portions of their income on taxable goods and services. The state's climate offers relatively mild winters and warm summers, which appeals to many retirees seeking to avoid extreme weather. This moderate climate helps keep utility costs manageable throughout most of the year, though summer cooling expenses can spike during July and August. Georgia claims the number 4 spot with a cost of living approximately 21% below the national average. Georgia offers particularly generous tax exemptions for seniors, making it financially attractive for those relying primarily on Social Security. The state exempts all Social Security income from taxation and provides a retirement income exclusion of $65,000 per person for those 65 and older, effectively eliminating state income tax for many retirees. Housing costs in Georgia vary widely, with median home values around $269,000 statewide, but significantly lower in many retirement-friendly communities away from Atlanta. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment runs approximately $1,000 monthly statewide, but can be found for much less in smaller communities. This variability allows retirees to strategically choose locations that maximize their housing dollars. Georgia's climate represents another attraction, with mild winters and extended springs and falls. While summers can be hot and humid, heating costs remain minimal during winter months, helping to balance annual utility expenses. For retirees fleeing harsh northern winters, this climate offers a welcome change without the premium prices of Florida or Arizona. Healthcare access and quality in Georgia rank well in metropolitan areas, with institutions like Emory University Hospital providing world-class care. The state has worked to improve rural healthcare access, though gaps remain in certain regions. Telemedicine initiatives have expanded access for many seniors in underserved areas. Property taxes in Georgia run moderate at about 0.87% of assessed value, and seniors may qualify for additional exemptions depending on their county of residence and income level. These tax advantages, combined with the state's overall affordability, make Georgia particularly attractive for retirees seeking to maximize their Social Security benefits. Now, we've reached our top 3 most affordable states for Social Security recipients. At number 3, Mississippi offers the lowest overall cost of living nationwide, approximately 22% below the national average. This bottom-line affordability makes Mississippi immediately attractive for retirees living primarily on Social Security benefits. Housing costs in Mississippi are truly exceptional, with median home values around $149,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment approximately $700 monthly. Even waterfront properties along the Gulf Coast or near recreational lakes remain affordable compared to similar properties in other states. For retirees looking to minimize their largest expense category, Mississippi offers unmatched housing value. Mississippi's tax treatment of retirement income adds to its appeal. The state fully exempts all Social Security benefits from taxation, along with qualified retirement income, including pensions and IRA distributions. Property taxes run low at about 0.79% of assessed value, with additional exemptions available for seniors. Grocery costs in Mississippi average about 7% below the national average, and utilities run approximately 10% below average, further extending the purchasing power of Social Security dollars. Transportation costs, including gas prices, consistently rank among the nation's lowest. The primary consideration for retirees contemplating Mississippi involves healthcare. While costs remain affordable, access and quality metrics lag behind national averages, particularly in rural areas. The University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson provides excellent care, but seniors in remote areas may face challenges accessing specialized services. For retirees with complex medical needs, this factor requires careful evaluation when choosing specific communities. Missouri secures the number 2 position with a cost of living approximately 23% below the national average. Missouri's standout advantage for Social Security recipients is its tax treatment of retirement income. The state exempts Social Security benefits entirely for single filers with adjusted gross income below $85,000 and married couples below $100,000, which covers the vast majority of retirees. Additional exemptions for public and private pensions further reduce tax burdens. Housing affordability in Missouri is remarkable, with median home values around $194,000 and average rent for a one-bedroom apartment at approximately $750 monthly. Even in desirable retirement communities like Branson or Lake of the Ozarks, housing costs remain significantly below comparable recreation-focused communities in other states. Healthcare quality and accessibility in Missouri ranks above average for states in this price range. The state hosts several nationally recognized medical facilities, including Barnes Jewish Hospital and Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis. Rural healthcare access has improved through targeted state initiatives, though some gaps remain in remote areas. Missouri offers 4 distinct seasons, which many retirees find appealing after careers spent in single-climate regions. This seasonal variety does create fluctuations in utility costs, but the overall expense remains manageable at approximately 5% below the national average. The state's central location provides practical benefits for retirees with families spread across different regions. Major airports in St. Louis and Kansas City offer reasonably priced connections nationwide, making family visits more affordable than from more remote locations. And now, our number one most affordable state for Social Security recipients, Michigan, with a cost of living approximately 24% below the national average and an exceptional combination of cost savings and senior benefits. Michigan's approach to retirement taxation offers significant advantages for Social Security recipients. The state provides a substantial deduction for retirement income, including Social Security benefits based on birth year and filing status. For most retirees, this results in minimal or zero state tax on Social Security income. Housing affordability in Michigan is exceptional, despite its beautiful natural settings. Median home values hover around $213,000, while average rent for a one-bedroom apartment runs approximately $800 monthly. Even in desirable areas near the Great Lakes or in charming small towns, housing costs remain remarkably affordable compared to similar settings in other states. Michigan truly shines in healthcare quality-to-cost ratio. The state hosts world-class medical facilities, including the University of Michigan Health System and Beaumont Hospital, while maintaining healthcare costs approximately 15% below the national average. Rural healthcare access exceeds expectations for a state at this price point, with a good distribution of community hospitals and specialized clinics serving smaller communities. The state offers comprehensive senior benefit programs that extend beyond basic necessities. The Michigan Property Tax Credit provides relief specifically targeted at seniors, while various utility assistance programs help manage seasonal cost fluctuations. Public transportation options in many Michigan communities offer senior discounts that further reduce monthly expenses. While Michigan experiences true four-season weather, the cost implications are mitigated by energy assistance programs specifically designed for seniors on fixed incomes. The state's abundant natural beauty, including thousands of inland lakes and extensive Great Lakes shoreline, provides recreational opportunities that enhance quality of life without expensive price tags. Michigan's combination of rock-bottom living costs, exceptional healthcare value, comprehensive senior benefits, and natural beauty earns it our top ranking for Social Security recipients seeking maximum affordability without sacrificing quality of life. Now that we've explored the 10 most affordable states, let's discuss how to apply this information to your unique situation. Cost rankings provide valuable starting points, but your personal preferences and circumstances ultimately determine which location will work best for you. Climate considerations extend beyond simple preference to practical financial implications. Severe winter weather might save on cooling costs, but increase heating and maintenance expenses. For retirees with respiratory conditions, certain climates may reduce medical costs through improved symptom management. Consider both the direct utility costs and indirect health implications of various climate options. Proximity to family and existing support networks carries both emotional and financial value. Living near loved ones can reduce travel expenses and provide practical support that might otherwise require paid services. For many retirees, the stability of established connections outweighs potential savings from relocating to unfamiliar areas, even if those areas offer lower costs on paper. The urban-rural spectrum offers different advantages depending on your lifestyle preferences. Rural areas typically provide lower housing costs, but may require car ownership and increased transportation expenses. Urban settings often offer better public transportation and walkable neighborhoods, but at higher housing costs. Suburban compromises might provide the best balance for many retirees. Evaluate your daily routine and mobility needs when considering different community types. Many areas offer senior-friendly communities with age-restricted housing developments, community centers, or naturally occurring retirement communities where services and amenities cater specifically to older adults. These settings often provide built-in social connections and convenient access to necessities, potentially reducing transportation costs and improving quality of life. When contemplating relocation, calculate the true cost savings beyond simple cost of living comparisons. Begin by estimating your current annual expenses across all major categories: housing, healthcare, transportation, food, utilities, and taxes. Then research specific costs in your target location for these same categories. Online calculators provide starting points, but local research yields more accurate projections. If you're a homeowner, investigate the housing market dynamics in both your current and potential locations. Selling in a high-value market and buying in a lower-cost area can generate additional retirement capital beyond the ongoing monthly savings. However, transaction costs, moving expenses, and potential renovation needs in a new home must factor into your calculations. The one-time costs of relocation, moving expenses, temporary housing, setting up new utilities, and replacing items not worth moving can be substantial. Create a detailed budget for these transitional expenses and determine how long your ongoing savings will take to recoup these initial costs. For some retirees, particularly those early in retirement, this investment makes financial sense. For others, the payback period might be too long to justify the move.
For those serious about exploring relocation options, several resources can provide valuable guidance. Each state's Office on Aging or equivalent agency offers information about senior benefit programs, including property tax relief, utility assistance, and supplemental health care options. These programs often go underutilized simply because seniors aren't aware they exist. Organizations like AARP and the National Council on Aging provide relocation guides specifically designed for seniors, addressing not just financial considerations but also social, healthcare, and quality of life factors. Their online tools allow personalized comparisons based on your specific circumstances and priorities. Several online cost comparison tools allow you to input your current location, target destination, and specific budget details to generate personalized analyses. While these provide useful starting points, they should supplement rather than replace your own research into specific communities that interest you. For those who decide to relocate, community integration resources can ease the transition. Senior centers, religious organizations, volunteer opportunities, and hobby groups provide natural ways to establish new social connections. Many communities offer newcomer programs specifically designed to help recent arrivals navigate local resources and build relationships. Remember that affordability creates options but shouldn't dictate your entire decision. The goal isn't simply to minimize expenses, it's to create the most fulfilling retirement possible with the resources available to you. Sometimes the best financial decision isn't the best overall decision, and that's perfectly acceptable. Your retirement should reflect your priorities and values, not just your budget constraints. We hope this detailed breakdown of America's most affordable states for Social Security recipients has provided valuable insights for your retirement planning. Whether you're considering relocation or simply evaluating your current location, understanding these cost factors can help you maximize your fixed income and enhance your quality of life. Remember, Financial Area is dedicated to providing practical, actionable financial information that empowers you to make confident decisions. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more retirement planning content. Drop a comment letting us know which of these states interests you most, or if you have questions about specific cost factors we've discussed. Until next time, this is Financial Area, helping you make smarter money decisions for a secure future.